Woo! Hi, Aries. Welcome to my channel. I am Shandra Lynn. This is a general reading, so take it how it resonates with you in your life and your situations, your experiences. Disregard the rest. I really had no intention on doing any readings. It hit me yesterday, and it's like with this, there's this pressure, like this built up pressure with it. So if you have come across this reading, it's most likely because you have already asked questions. You're looking for understanding, clarity. This is, I guess, to help answer. Oh man, you're tired? Feels kind of like this energy of like there's a whole lot to do, but there is this exhaustion. Oh man. What's up with okay. Let's get a card. The overall energy, please, for Aries. Oh, you got growth. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Like I get what you're picking up. Like there's more to do, but you're hit with this like, oh, you really need to rest. You're going through this growth. And as I'm saying that right now, I had just pulled out a earlier I had pulled out a pinky for my snake, but then when I spotted her, I knew like, oh, go put the pinky back in the freezer because she's shedding. She's growing. Lizzie, please stop that. Don't mind. That's my old spoiled princess, huh? This is okay. So going back to the growth, like, yeah, it feels like even all I keep hearing is like, shit, stay focused. You're doing good. It's stages. Let's get I'm using new cards. You're doing good though. Like I think that you're supposed to rest. If you look when you're going through growth, like my snake is shedding, but then you pay attention to when you're a child or around children, when they go through a growth spurt, they sleep a lot. Okay. Yeah, if you're trying to force yourself to like, oh, you got stuff to do right now, you see you're being met with resistance kind of. Your the exhausted feeling is from the big jump you just did. Now you're kind of expanding in it. You're growing, you've got to shed, you've got to rest, you've got to get rejuvenated in a sense. Like, and I get more on exactly what it is you feel like you're supposed to be doing right now other than honoring your body and your energy. Thank you. All right, so flexible. Oh, okay. I kind of get it now. And you got TikTok here too. So this is kind of like that time crunch that you're feeling. Like you got more stuff to do. Um, I just picked up like you feel like there's stuff to do because you want to go and do for others because they're not as flexible with the change. But then that's screaming that you somehow have the power or the ability to control how others are going to experience whatever, this is for your life. Like, it's not a bad thing that you want to make things easier. Um, that makes so much sense to me now. You're going through this growth, right? You made leaps and bounds. The exhaustion feeling that we had, like I said, like when let me see if it does it again. Right? It's hard. Um, that's the energy that you're going through. It's like you're trying to force something that's unable to be forced. Um, oh, okay. Like, all right, I guess we're getting a little bit deeper, right? I don't know, say there's like this wind, right? Flexibility, and you're kind of being flexible. I got this time crunch thing here. You there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with you. It's kind of like a miniature freak out because or you have been knowing that as energy has been moving, everything is moving with it. And everybody's getting the choice. Like, you're unable to make them flexible if they have not worked on being flexible in this growth stage of whatever it is that's going on in your life. You're unable to force it. It is not your responsibility. You are your responsibility. That doesn't mean you're not able to like give advice or help or guidance, but you're not able to keep everybody in a flexible state. You are able to keep you in a flexible state. And then you're able to go, hey, just relax and kind of let yourself kind of flow with the winds that are whipping back and forth. When you try to force or control, you take the chance of not only breaking yourself, but what happens when you do break yourself and you've been blocking these energies from being able to be flexible? They'll break too. They're unable to sustain themselves. They don't have the strength or the will, the bendability, the flexibility. It's okay. It's scary, but that's what you're fighting. I can already feel the exhaustion leaving. Do we get another card from this deck? chaos and conflict on the bottom. That card came out yesterday in a reading too, but I can't remember if it was for, no, it was for Scorpio. This chaos and conflict card came out for Scorpio as well. People are unable to claim steady footing. They're unable to claim balance. They're unable to claim clarity. They're unable to claim flexibility off of you. It is your energy. The work that you have put in is your energy and your work alone. It does not automatically transfer over to others and just sink in and embody. That energy is available to others if they are choosing to go on a similar path or healing through other things. They're able to pull on the energy and all the work that you have done. But you doing the work yourself doesn't make everybody, doesn't, you doing all this work doesn't mean that you covered the work for everybody or the cost of admission for everybody. Everybody is only able to claim the flexibility, claim the stability, claim the sure footing, the groundedness, if they themselves have done the work. And none of what they're doing should be a focus to you. What are you deflecting from in yourself? Turn it back. What are you not being flexible with? What are you letting yourself spin in chaos and conflict with? Because this reading is saying that you have done the work. You should be breathing and just enjoying the flexibility of what is happening. That being said, it's really hard when you're flexible and people around you, or the situations around you, are unable to be as flexible. But that is some other work, because you're taking accountability. You wouldn't have gotten to this flexible state unless you were taking accountability for yourself. The same goes for the other end. And I am picking up that it's mirroring each other. So as soon as you release it, there is no choice but to gain that flexibility. So in a sense, it's almost as if you have been unintentionally, because that's what I'm picking up on, and I felt the release of pressure, but unintentionally blocking these other energies from sustaining their own strength and balance and clarity and flexibility. But not full on like build a wind cage around this bitch. These are patterns in your cycles, and you have been healing these cycles. So this is many, many years going on. You've been focused on this for many, many years. Please understand, you haven't been quiet about what you're going through. You've been sharing it. You haven't gate kept anything from anybody. And you have let them know there will be a time where I am going to be unable to block you, or, and that time has come. So breathe and have faith and trust. Like, there's a whole lot more flexibility than you're aware. And thank you. We got Earth with peace and grounding. And then we got Tend, maintenance, encouragement, and guidance. That's all. Yeah. If you're wondering, well, then what am I supposed to do? You're allowed to be encouraging. You're allowed to say, hey, are you wanting to do that? Kind of like what this reading just said. But honor what you're feeling right now. Allow yourself to get in tune with your new cycles. Clarity and rumination with earthworm. Trust that the roots. You've been working in clarity this whole entire time. Your moves have been very intentional and they have not been selfish. Personal healing is it's in no way selfish. It comes across as selfish, but the more each one of us holds ourselves sacred and chooses ourselves, you feel it yourself too, and you know, and that's all you desire for people is for them to choose them. You're no longer able to choose other people until they choose themselves. The time is now. TikTok. There's Release that burden from yourself. It is not yours to carry, and it's an old pattern that you have worked on for years. You're anchoring in a new pattern in cycles. So, where you first started working on the little tiny patterns in a cycle, then when you completed that cycle, you anchored in those new changes and changed even more patterns within that cycle. And then you completed that cycle. And now you're anchoring, like you've been cycling up, cycling up. And it hasn't been like quick, right? We're working on little patterns within a cycle. We have to get through all of those patterns in a cycle. Then we've got to do it again. Then we've got to do it again. And the rule of thumb is let's do it 3 times to really anchor it into our consciousness and our subconsciousness that this is normal. And then boom. Another thing that you're picking up on your fear is because we got this, right? This chaos and conflict, but it's like horses. It's a horse, it's a zebra. Um, Also looks a bit like a giraffe too, but it's horsepower. Things are moving, things are building up. It's okay to let the dumbasses be dumbasses and to leave the dumbasses behind. If that's what they chose, then that's what they chose. That's what they want. That's where they're happy. Trust me, they are okay. Yep, they are okay. All right. I think we're going to end it there, Aries. I hope to be back soon. If you are desiring a more in-depth or personal reading, I should have all that information below. Hopefully, if not, like my email address and all that's available so you can email. And I will talk to you soon. I hope that this gave you the clarity you're hoping for, or I at least hope it is one step in the clarity that you were hoping for. Love you.